Hey guys, my name is Neel and welcome to Neel Workshop Zone. So in this episode we will be talking about cone. So in our previous episodes we talked about spheres, hemispheres, etc. So if you haven't checked it out, then recommend checking out those episodes. But in this episode we will be talking about cone. So without further ado, let's talk about cone. So what is a cone? Now a cone is a three-dimensional object in geometry where it smoothly narrows down from a base to a point which is also known as the vertex. So for example, we have a base and smoothly narrows down into a point. This point is also called as vertex. So now that we have understood what is a cone, let's try to find out some of the things that we need to use to find out the surface areas and volumes of a cone. So first of all, this is the radius, and it's radius because we have talked about in previous episodes and why it's radius. But now we have something called as height and slant height. So this is the height. Meanwhile, this slant that joins the point to the edge of the base is the slant height. Now, in a future episode, we'll talk about how we'll even get this formula, what is slant height, why is it in this position, etc. But for now, we'll just talk about the main formulas and how we'll use them in sums. So, the formula for the surface area of a cone is pi r L plus R. So this is a formula for the surface area of a cone. But there is something else. Now, most of the times in the sums, they'll give the radius and they'll give the height. But in this formula, for finding out the surface area of a cone, we need the slant height, not this height. So you might be thinking, then how do we find out the slant height? So for example, in a question, they'll give something like, a cone has a radius of 3 centimeters and a height of 2 centimeters. Find out the surface area. And according to the formula, the L stands for slant height. Then how would you, get the slant height from this question? Well, the answer is simple. We have another formula for this, which is L square is equals to H square plus R square. So this formula, which is basically slant height square is equals to height square plus radius square, can be used to find out the length of the slant, and we can use it in the surface area formula. So let's take the same question that I mentioned just now and try to find out the surface area. So first let's use this formula to find out slant height. So L square is equals to H square plus R square. So L square is equals to 2 2s are 4 plus 3 3s are 9. So L square is equals to 13 and L is equals to root 13. Now using root 13, we can use it in a surface area formula, but this might get complicated. So let us take the values which might be easier for you to understand. So let's take something like 3 and 4 centimeters. So L square is equals to 3 is 9 plus 4 4 is 16. So L square is equals to 25, and let's take L, so square comes on the right hand side, and root 25 is equals to 5. So therefore L is equals to 5. So now that we have got the answer for the slant height of a cone, which is 5 centimeters, now let's plug it in this formula. So pi, let's say that's 3.14 into R into 4 into L plus R, which is basically 5 plus 4, so 9. So 3.14 into 9 for 36. So 3.14 into 36. Let's do this. 6 4s are 24. 2 6 1s are 6, 7 8. 6 3s are 18. Cancel this. 3 4s are 12. 1 3 1s are 3. 2 4 are 12. So 1 3 1s are 3. 4 3 3s are 9. So 4 0 1 9 13 1 10 since it's after 2 dots, we'll keep after 2 dots. So the surface area of a cone is 113.43 centimeter square or centimeter cube. So this is the surface area of a cone. So now that we have found out the surface area of a cone, let's try to find out the curved surface area of a cone. Let me put this here and keep. So to find out the surface area of the cone, the formula is actually pretty simple. It's, let me take my duster. It's actually pi into r into L. So that's pretty easy. So for example, if we do the same stuff, if we take r is equal to 4 and we take L as the same one, so 25, so 3.14 into 4 into 25 is 100. We get 314 centimeter cube. So this is how we can find out the surface area and the curved surface area of a cone. Now let's try to find out the volume. So to find out the volume of a cone, the formula that we need to use is 1 by 3 pi r square height. Now for this we don't need to find out the lateral surface area, we can just use that. So 1 by 3 into 22 by 7, or let's take 3.14, so 3.14 into r square, which is 16, into height. So height over here is 3. So now let's, by using the formula, 3 is cancelled, 3.14, so 3.14 into 16, 6 4 is 24, 2 6 1 6 7 8, 6 3 is 18, 4 1 is 4, 1 3 4 2 1 9 7 0 1 3 4 5. So the answer is 50.24 centimeter cube. So that is how we can find out the formula for the surface area and volume. Now a small mistake which you might have noticed, that if you still haven't noticed, it means that you have not been really paying attention, is that we have to only use centimeter cube for the volumes. So for example, in my previous answer I did in this episode, I have written centimeter cube, which does not make sense, because this is how we can find out the centimeter cube, which is by using the volume and not the surface area. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.